I do hope you're well. So today's video is going to be a flawless makeup foundation routine sort of thing. But before I start, make sure that you do like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to get notified every single time I post. I do have headphones in, so I feel like I'm shouting. Today I'm going to be featuring these Airbiip products. They actually got in contact with me and they said they wanted to send me some products out, and this is their Icy collection. The packaging is so bomb and I can't believe they recognize little old me, because I don't know, like, I've always raved about their products, like their brushes, and especially now that I have some of their makeup products as well, I 100% recommend them. Their brushes, this is one of their brushes there, and these are probably my favorite ones in there, and I'm going to be using them obviously. And the eyeshadow palette as well. There you go, and that's how my looks. Oh my god guys, listen, yeah, listen, it's so freaking beautiful, like pigmentation, sis. So I'm gonna start off by prepping my eyes, and then I'm gonna be using my NYX skin base and this large Sigma shader brush. I'm gonna be patting that on. The only thing with the eyeshadow palette, there's not many mattes in it, so we're going to be using the Makeup Revolution Neutrals Free palette. I've used this like to death on my channel, but we're going to use some of these as our transition shades. So the first thing I'm going to use is this peachy shade here, and I'm going to be using the Zoeva 228 brush. Is a nice tapered fluffy brush, and this is just going to be our transition shade. So I put it towards the crease and then blend it outwards. This brush is so soft and I'm actually in love with it. You could also use it as a highlighter brush because it's big enough for that, but I didn't have this in my collection and I was gonna actually purchase it the last time I shopped on Full Unique. I did a haul if you guys wanted to see that. I just blend this away and I'm kind of going in like a domed shape with this. And then for our crease shade, I'm going to be using this burnt sort of orange and the 231 brush, the Luxe Petite brush. And this is my favourite brush. I actually already own this brush, obviously not with this stunning packaging, and I use it in most of my videos. It's perfect for people that have smaller eyes, and I'm pretty sure it's like £10. And the other brush that I have, I've had it for years and years, literally. So I just pat this into the crease and then I'm gonna blend it into the transition shade. So next, to deepen up the crease, I'm gonna be using this very warm brown and this small eBay brush, and we're gonna use this just in our crease and blend it into that orange. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I'm going to be using that NYX skin base and this eBay small shader brush, and we're basically going to go in a semicircle kind of shape, just cutting out the lid to clean up any of the previous shadow that might have got on the lid, because I do want the shimmery shade to be a little bit more vibrant. So then I'm going to go ahead and use this purple in the eyeshadow palette. It's called Idolized, and this has like purpley silvery blue hues to it. It is so stunning. Oh my god, it looks so good on the eyes. You can see it right there. And I'm going to be using the Zoeva 231 brush, and then I'm going to pat that on the lid and blend it towards the crease. Oh my gosh, like these are probably the most pigmented shimmery shades I own. Like, oh my, I don't know if you can see that, but girl. Then I'm going to do the inner corner highlight. I'm going to be using this white, and it does have like purple hues to it, and it's called Unforgettable Contrast. So I'm just patting that on to my pencil brush, and I just put that in the inner corner. But look at the pigmentation, guys. This is like glitter. Oh my god, look at that. It's just stunning. Okay, it's just stunning. You need to try those shimmery shades in this palette. Oh my god, I thought I nearly killed it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara since I already have some lash extensions in. I'll put her details down below. So for flawless blaze, you have to make sure that you prep your skin properly. I've applied some moisturizer previously, but I'm gonna go ahead with this serum. I know it's a serum and it's meant to go underneath moisturizer, but we're rule breakers. I just like this because it's super hydrating. It's from Fatiha's World. It's the saffron gold hyperpigmentation serum. Just a tad bit, just to add a little bit of moisture back into the skin. The foundation is just looking hella crusty on your skin. It's probably because you need to apply a good moisturizer. You know, what happens is that since your skin is super dry, it's just absorbing the foundation as moisturizer and taking the nutrients out of the goddamn moisturizer, even though there's no nutrients in a moisturizer. You get what I mean, you know? You get me. So to give a little bit of more luminosity, a bit of hydration, I'm going to be using this Iconic London Prep Set Glow Spray. I don't know what shade this is. It's the darker one, that's all I know. And I love the mist on this. I really love it. If you don't like fine glitter on your face, I definitely don't recommend to get this because it does have tiny glitters, but I love it. I mean, it adds that luminous hydrated look. And then to kind of prime the face, I'm going to be using the pore filler from Makeup Revolution. Well, this is their pro line. This is really inexpensive and it reminds me of the Benefit one, you know, the Professional. It's so similar. I'm just gonna put that in the center of my face. And I know this seems extra, like, oh my god, you're applying way too much this, but trust me, this is how I get my base looking smooth as a baby's bottom. My American accent's really bad. Imagine if... But then I watch some American YouTubers and they do British accents and then I'm like, we don't sound like that, girl. So while I'm waiting for that to sink into the skin, the foundation for Terry is going to be this Huda Beauty one, and I got it in the shade 340G Baklava. I have a video reviewing this, but I love this foundation because it's full coverage. When I go to events or anything like an occasion, I wear this foundation. I have to pull it out, especially nowadays. I'm like, when I don't wear this foundation, I'm like, oh my god, I miss it. I miss the coverage. I definitely don't have to like apply any color corrector when I wear this foundation. I mean, I could, but it's not really needed. I am going to use this NYX mixer. It's their olive one, just to add a little bit of oliveness into the foundation. And this mixing tray, by the way, is from Primark. It was like £1.50 or something like that, really inexpensive. And I'm gonna mix this together and dot it onto my face. There's a lot of pigment in this foundation, and I actually can't wait for the concealer. So you could double this up as concealer underneath your eyes, so that's a good thing with it. So I'm just applying this, and by the way, this was only one pump. You really don't need much of this. And to blend that away, I'm going to be using a kabuki style brush, and this is going to make sure that there is, you know, it keeps all the coverage there. I do go in with a sponge later on to you know, take away any cakiness or excess product, but initially I do prefer to apply stuff with a brush because it does give a little bit more coverage, you know, and then you don't need to wear too much concealer underneath and everything like that. I definitely don't need the coverage that this has, but I just love how it makes the skin look super smooth. That's why I personally love using it. Out of all of my high-end foundation, I definitely will recommend to at least try this foundation out. So once I've done my foundation, I go ahead and do my concealer. Now the concealer I recommend to use when you want, like, you know, something that lasts a long time, that gives you coverage, is the Pro Long Wear Concealer, and I wear the shade NC42. I like something that is my shade. I know some people do ask me why don't I use a shade above, because that's what people see as normal nowadays, but I prefer something that is my skin tone. I just like how it looks on me. I'd rather go in with the lighter translucent powder and kind of brighten that. Again, that's just me. You can do you will, you know, just see what you like. But this is a nice liquidy concealer. The only flaw I see with it is the pump. It just brings up too much product, you know. So I'm gonna use my finger to apply that because there's less waste. I apply a little bit here and my chin and the tip of my nose. And genuinely, I've like worn this for like a 10-hour shift and it's lasted. And I'm gonna use this brush, and this is the 117 brush from Zoeva. Again, girl, you see, I bought this brush myself and I still love it. And I just blend that away. This does set by itself, so you don't have to work too quick with it, but you know, be quick at the same time. But can you see how that is? It just looks so beautiful on the skin, and this is one of those concealers that are definitely ride or die for me. I always like, this is the concealer that I've repurchased probably twice already. I just love the formulation. I love how it lasts all day. It doesn't get crinkly and you don't need to set as well. That's how good it is. You know what, MAC also do samples, so if you want to, you could always go and get a sample of it. They give like a couple of pumps. I've done that before, and you could use it for a week or so and see if you like it or not, you know. Then I'm using the brush underneath the eyes because it does give a little bit more coverage compared to using a sponge. I know a lot of people are gonna get annoyed with my foundation on my lip, but girl, I don't care. And I also spent a lot of time, you know, blending in my foundation. A lot of the times I take it out because it's quite boring to watch me blend, but I spend a long time blending away. I'm just going to take this Real Technique sponge and a bit of the Iconic London spray to wet that sponge, and I'm going to pat this over my face again just to give the face a more flawless look and make sure that it's like blended into my skin well. Takes off any excess product as well that I might have not needed. So now we're going to go ahead and apply our powder, and I'm going to be using this Huda Beauty powder in Blondie, and I did recently buy this. I absolutely love it. I definitely feel like it's worth the money. It's a lot better than the translucent powder from Laura Mercier. Like, I've been reaching it for it so much, and I'm using a wedge to apply that, and I make sure that I look up and I just pat that onto my face like this. And I personally concentrate this underneath my eyes, my nose, my forehead, and my like upper lip and my cheek area, because that's where I get oily. I'm really pressing this powder into the skin, and then we are going to go in later and wipe any excess off that might be there. As well, my makeup lasts a lot longer when I do wear this powder, and I'm going to dust it straight away using my Real Techniques blush brush. Just take any excess off my face, and look at that. Yeah, I added a little bit of brightness to my face. Now before we set the whole of our face, I'm going to be bronzing with this cream stick from Makeup Revolution in the shade F13, and I've been absolutely loving using this as a bronzing stick. I love how warm the shade looks on me, and it does wear well as long as you set it, obviously. And I use my Primark stippling brush to blend that away. And how I apply my bronzer is just above my cheekbones. Can you see that line right there? I do that because, you know, when you're blending, it's gonna eventually go downwards. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how people normally blend. So you can see it's traveled down by itself. So I do apply some on my temples as well, just to give it a nice bronze as well. When you just have stuff here, it just looks weird, so it's nice to blend it into the temples. You don't have to, but I like to personally. And then I do the same on the other side. So once I've bronzed up my skin, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face. I use this Fit Me powder and it's in the shade Sun Beige 250. And I use a big fluffy brush like this from Jessup. And I just stipple it like this onto my face. Now I like using this powder because it's really fine. It doesn't like add like any, you know, excess unwanted product onto the face. It doesn't accentuate any texture. That's why I like using it all over my face. And also it does have a bit of coverage on it, so it adds a tint to the face as well, like that. So it's starting to come together, but seriously, this skin, it looks flawless. It really does look flawless. I keep on looking at myself in the viewfinder. People are gonna roast me, but you know, if I look this fleeky, yeah, I'm entitled to look at myself. So I am then gonna apply some contour. I'm gonna be using this Sleek contour kit, and this is in the medium one, and I go in with this shade right here, and it's just a cool toned sort of brown. Well, it's not too cool and it's not too warm either. It's just a nice bronzer sort of shade, and I do use the same brush that I use to cream bronze, and I apply this just like this. Can you see? I don't bring my stuff here. I see a lot of people do that. I just keep it from here to here, because that's how your natural contour looks like. Your contour ain't going here, sis. I mean, if you want a dramatic look, I mean, I suppose that's good, but personally I like doing this, and this is gonna further set the cream sort of product. Again, to merge everything together, I just take this brush here, the Jessup one with no product, and I just stipple away, takes any excess product off, and blends everything together into the skin. Like, there's so much blending involved. I don't like put it in here because it's gonna be like a long ass video, but I do spend a lot of time blending, stippling, and constantly going back and forth with my face brushes. So then we're gonna apply some blusher. I'm gonna be using this Sigma one, and it's called Cour de Rose. This was my favorite for such a long time, but I do really like this blusher because it lasts a long time. I love how the shade looks on me. I wish I knew like a drugstore alternative, but I really don't. So, you know, I do have a discount code. It's 10% off. It is affiliated, so I do make money off it if you do use it, but it's up to you if you want to use it. It's 10% off. It's like Aisha Begum, I think. It's always in my description box. I rarely advertise it because I genuinely forget about it. And then I do this thing where I do apply my blusher slightly on the tip of my nose, just to make sure that my nose doesn't look flat. Also, I do get a question where why don't I contour my nose? I personally, I mean, my nose is cute, so I don't feel like any contour is needed. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I can't contour properly my nose anyway. I just feel like it looks so weird. I'm like, girl, that looks strange. I might like bronze it a little bit, but other than that, I mean, I'm okay. But can you see how that blusher, it does add color to the cheeks? It doesn't look brown like it was before, but I make sure that I blend it into my bronzer, my contour, everything together. This brush is from Primark, by the way. It's double-ended, but this is how the shape looks. It's just a nice cheek brush to blend everything together. And then I'm gonna go into highlighting. So for highlighter, I start off by doing this cream one, and this is from Collection. You really don't need that much of this, like, you really don't. So I apply one on my nose and one in here. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques brush, the setting brush, to blend that away. This does set, so I'm trying to work fast with it. I personally don't start from here. I know some people start from here and they blend upwards. I like to start from here and then blend. Eventually it's going to go down there anyway. As well, I like this to be just the cheek area where there's blusher or bronzer or contour. I prefer it like that. And it looks good. It suits my face shape especially. Then I go ahead with this Master Chrome highlighter. And this is... It smells so good. It smells like chocolate. I've never smelled a highlighter so good. It's in the shade Molten and it's in the number 100. And this is in the drugstore. I'm using my Zoeva 134 brush to kind of apply that onto my face. And I just take that. Take it in a C shape like this. Can you see that? Oh my god. And I just take some on my temple right here. And I blend it. Can you see that sheen? For my nose, I use my Sigma E30 brush. It's a very small pencil brush. And I take the highlighter. I do my nose, like right here. And I do the top of my nose bridge, this, like this. And then for our lips, I'm going to be using this LA Girl lip liner. And this is in, I'll put it down below in the description box. Overline my lips a little bit. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to be using this Anastasia one from... What should I just say? This Anastasia Beverly Hills one. And it's in the name Rogue. And this is how it looks. And I'm just going to apply this. Kind of pressing my lips together to blend it in with the lip liner. Look how flawless and nice the skin looks. Like everything is blended in. Looking like a queen. So I am going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. Don't worry, I didn't forget. So we're going to first off with that warm brown. And this brush here, and it's the 2-for-1 brush. And it's just a flat sort of brush, perfect for the under eye. And to blend that out, I'm going to be using that warm orange here and my Zoeva 231 brush, and we're gonna pat that on first and blend it away. I'm thinking, should I add a gloss to this look? I'm feeling a gloss. Let's just add this Kiko one. It's in the number 20. Yes, that was the right decision. So to set the face and to take off any powderiness, I would recommend the Stay All Day spray. This is from Contour Cosmetics. It's very similar to the Urban Decay one, but that one's £20 and this one's a little bit cheaper. It's like 16. But I do use this. It's running out. But this will take away any powderiness again. And I really do like this spray, but it's literally run out because that's how much I've used it. You know, it's gone. Guys, literally, how it looks on a camera is how it looks in person. This makeup, every single product I showed you, is going to make your skin look flawless. Make sure that you prep your skin properly. Make sure that you blend in using a kabuki brush to get that coverage, and then going in with a sponge to take off any excess. It will give you this finish right here. But that is pretty much the video done. I do hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you do like, comment and do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Peace.